Nehemiah chapter 1. The words of Nehemiah the son of Hakaliah. Now it happened in the month Kislev, in the 20th year, and I was in Susa the capital, that Hanani, one of my brothers, and some men from Judah came. And I asked them concerning the Jews who had escaped and remained from the captivity, and about Jerusalem. They said to me, "The remnant there in the province who remain from the captivity are in great calamity and reproach, and the wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and its gates are burned with fire." Now it happened that, when I heard these words, I sat down and wept and mourned for days. And I was fasting and praying before the God of heaven. I said, "I beseech you, O Yahweh, the God of heaven, the great and fearsome God, who keeps the covenant and loving kindness for those who love him and keep his commandments. Let your ear now be attentive, and your eyes open to hear the prayer of your slave, which I am praying before you today, day and night, on behalf of the sons of Israel, your slaves, confessing the sins of the sons of Israel which we have sinned against you. I and my father's house have sinned. We have worked in utter destruction against you, and have not kept the commandments, nor the statutes, nor the judgments which you commanded your servant Moses. Remember the word which you commanded your servant Moses, saying, 'If you are unfaithful, I will scatter you among the peoples. But if you return to me and keep my commandments and do them, though those of you who have been banished were at the ends of the sky, I will gather them from there, and will bring them to the place where I have chosen to cause my name to dwell. They are your slaves, and your people whom you redeemed by your great power, and by your strong hand. O Lord, I beseech you, may your ear be attentive to the prayer of your slave, and the prayer of your slaves who delight to fear your name, and make your slave successful today, and grant him compassion before this man.' Now I was the cupbearer to the king." Nehemiah chapter 2. Now it happened in the month Nisan, in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, that wine was before him, and I took up the wine and gave it to the king. Now I had not been sad in his presence. So the king said to me, "Why is your face sad though you are not sick? This is nothing but sadness of heart." Then I was very much afraid. I said to the king, "Let the king live forever. Why should my face not be sad when the city, the place of my father's tombs, lies waste and its gates have been consumed by fire?" Then the king said to me, "What would you request?" So I prayed to the God of heaven. I said to the king, "If it is good for the king, and if your servant is good before you, send me to Judah, to the city of my father's tombs, that I may rebuild it." Then the king said to me, the queen sitting beside him, "How long will your journey be, and when will you return?" So it was good to the king to send me, and I gave him a set time. And I said to the king, "If it is good to the king, let letters be given me for the governors of the provinces beyond the river, that they may allow me to pass through until I come to Judah, and a letter to Asaph the keeper of the king's forest, that he may give me timber to make beams for the gates of the fortress which is by the house of God, for the wall of the city, and for the house to which I will go." And the king granted them to me, because the good hand of my God was on me. Then I came to the governors of the provinces beyond the river, and gave them the king's letters. Now the king had sent with me commanders of the military force and horsemen. Then Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite official heard about it, and it was a very great evil to them that someone had come to seek the good of the sons of Israel. So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days. And I arose in the night, I and a few men with me. I did not tell anyone what my God was putting into my heart to do for Jerusalem, and there was no animal with me except the animal on which I was riding. So I went out at night by the valley gate in the direction of the Dragon's Spring, and on to the Dung Gate, inspecting the walls of Jerusalem which were broken down, and its gates which were consumed by fire. Then I passed on to the Spring Gate and the King's Pool, but there was no place for my animal to pass. So I went up at night by the ravine and inspected the wall. Then I turned and entered the valley gate and turned around. Now the officials did not know where I had gone or what I was doing, nor had I as yet told the Jews, the priests, the nobles, the officials, or the rest who were doing the work. Then I said to them, "You see the calamity we are in, that Jerusalem lies waste and its gates burned by fire. Come, let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem so that we will no longer be a reproach." And I told them how the hand of my God had been good to me, and also about the king's words which he had said to me. Then they said, "Let us arise and build." So they strengthened their hands for the good work. But Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite official and Geshem the Arab heard it. And they mocked us and despised us and said, "What is this thing you are doing? Are you rebelling against the king?" So I responded to them with a word and said to them, "The God of heaven will give us success. Therefore we his slaves will arise and build. But you have no portion, right, or remembrance in Jerusalem." Nehemiah chapter 3. Then Eliashib the high priest arose with his brothers the priests and built the sheep gate. They set it apart as holy and made its doors stand. And they set apart as holy the wall to the Tower of the 100 and the Tower of Hananel. Next to him the men of Jericho built, and next to them Zachar the son of Imri built. Now the sons of Hassanah built the fish gate. They laid its beams and made its doors stand with its bolts and bars. Next to them Meremoth the son of Uriah, the son of Hakaz, made repairs. And next to them Meshullam the son of Berechiah, the son of Meshezabel, made repairs. And next to them Zadok the son of Bana also made repairs. Moreover, next to them the Techites made repairs, but their nobles did not support the service of their masters. Joiada the son of Pesa and Meshullam, the son of Bisodiah, repaired the old gate. They laid its beams and made its doors stand with its bolts and its bars. Next to them Melashah the Jibonite and Jadon the Meronothite, the men of Jibon and of Mizpah, also made repairs for the official seat of the governor of the province beyond the river. Next to him Uzziel the son of Harhiah of the goldsmiths made repairs. And next to him Hananiah, one of the perfumers, made repairs, and they restored Jerusalem as far as the broad wall. Next to them Rephaiah the son of Hur, the official of half the district of Jerusalem, made repairs. Next to them Jediah the son of Harumath made repairs opposite his house. And next to him Hadosh the son of Hashabneiah made repairs. Malchijah the son of Harim and Hashub the son of Pahath-Moab repaired another section and the tower of furnaces. Next to him Shallum the son of Halohesh, the official of half the district of Jerusalem, made repairs, he and his daughters. Hanan and the inhabitants of Zanoh repaired the valley gate. They built it and made its doors stand with its bolts and its bars, and 1,000 cubits of the wall to the dung gate. Malchijah the son of Rechab, the official of the district of Beth-Hakerem, repaired the dung gate. He built it and made its doors stand with its bolts and its bars. Shallum the son of Kol-Hoseh, the official of the district of Mizpah, repaired the spring gate. He built it, covered it, and made its doors stand with its bolts and its bars, and the wall of the pool of Shelah at the king's garden, as far as the steps that descend from the city of David. After him Nehemiah the son of Azbuk, official of half the district of Bethzur, made repairs as far as a point opposite the tombs of David, and as far as the artificial pool and the house of the mighty men. After him the Levites made repairs under Rehum the son of Bani. Next to him Hashabiah, the official of half the district of Keilah, made repairs for his district. After him their brothers made repairs under Bavai the son of Henadad, the official of the other half of the district of Keilah. Next to him Ezer the son of Jeshua, the official of Mizpah, repaired another section in front of the ascent of the armory at the angle. After him Baruch the son of Zabbai zealously repaired another section, from the angle to the doorway of the house of Eliashib the high priest. After him Meremoth the son of Uriah, the son of Hakaz, repaired another section, from the doorway of Eliashib's house even as far as the end of Eliashib's house. After him the priests, the men of the valley, made repairs. After them Benjamin and Hashub made repairs in front of their house. After them Azariah the son of Maaseiah, son of Ananiah, made repairs beside his house. After him Binnui the son of Henadad repaired another section, from the house of Azariah as far as the angle and as far as the corner. Palal the son of Uzai made repairs in front of the angle and the tower projecting from the upper house of the king, which is by the court of the guard. After him Pedaiah the son of Parosh made repairs. The temple servants living in Ophel made repairs as far as the front of the water gate toward the east and the projecting tower. After them, the Techites repaired another section in front of the great projecting tower and as far as the wall of Ophel. Above the horse gate the priests made repairs, each in front of his house. After them, Zadok the son of Immer made repairs in front of his house. And after him Shemaiah the son of Shechaniah, the keeper of the east gate, made repairs. After him Hananiah the son of Shelemiah and Hanan the sixth son of Zaleph repaired another section. After him Meshullam the son of Berechiah made repairs in front of his own quarters. After him Malchijah, one of the goldsmiths, made repairs as far as the house of the temple servants and of the merchants, in front of the inspection gate, and as far as the upper room of the corner. Between the upper room of the corner and the sheep gate, the goldsmiths and the merchants made repairs. Nehemiah chapter 4. Now it happened that when Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became angry and very vexed and mocked the Jews. He spoke in the presence of his brothers and the wealthy men of Samaria and said, "What are these feeble Jews doing? Are they going to restore it for themselves? Can they offer sacrifices? Can they complete it in a day? Can they bring the stones to life from the dusty rubble, though they are burned?" Now Tobiah the Ammonite was near him, and he said, "Even what they are building, if a fox should jump on it, he would break their stone wall down. Hear, O our God, for we are despised. Return their reproach on their own heads, and give them up for plunder in a land of captivity. Do not forgive their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out before you, for they have vexed the builders." So we built the wall, and the whole wall was joined together to half its height, and the people had a heart to work. Now it happened that when Sanballat, Tobiah, the Arabs, the Ammonites, and the Ashdodites heard that the repair of the walls of Jerusalem went on, and that the places broken down began to be closed, they were very angry. All of them joined together to come and fight against Jerusalem and to cause a disturbance in it. But we prayed to our God, and because of them we stood a guard against them day and night. Then Judah said, "The strength of the burden bearers is failing, yet there is much rubbish, and we ourselves are unable to rebuild the wall." Our adversaries said, "They will not know or see until we come among them, kill them, and put a stop to the work." Now it happened, when the Jews who lived near them came and said to us 10 times, "They will come up against us from every place where you may turn," that I had men stand in the lowest parts of the space behind the wall, the exposed places, and I had the people stand by families with their swords, spears, and bows. Then I saw their fear, and I arose and said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, "Do not fear them. Remember the Lord who is great and fearsome, and fight for your brothers, your sons, your daughters, your wives, and your houses." Now it happened that when our enemies heard that it was known to us, and that God had thwarted their counsel, then all of us returned to the wall, each one to his work. And it happened that from that day on, half of my young men carried on the work, while half of them took hold of the spears, the shields, the bows, and the breastplates. And the commanders were behind the whole house of Judah. Those who were rebuilding the wall and those who carried burdens took their load with one hand doing the work and the other holding a weapon. As for the builders, each wore his sword girded at his side as he built, while the trumpeter stood near me. I said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, "The work is great and extensive, and we are separated on the wall far from one another. At whatever place you hear the sound of the trumpet, there gather together to us. Our God will fight for us." So we kept doing the work with half of them holding spears from dawn until the stars came out. At that time I also said to the people, "Let each man with his young man spend the night within Jerusalem, so that they may be a guard for us by night and a worker by day." So neither I, my brothers, my young men, nor the men of the guard who followed me, none of us removed our clothes. Each took his weapon even to the water. Nehemiah chapter 5. Then there was a great outcry of the people and of their wives against their Jewish brothers. Now there were those who were saying, "We, with our sons and our daughters, are many. Therefore let us get grain, that we may eat and live." There were others who were saying, "We are mortgaging our fields, our vineyards, and our houses, that we might get grain because of the famine." Also there were those who were saying, "We have borrowed money for the king's tax on our fields and our vineyards. But now our flesh is like the flesh of our brothers, our children like their children. Yet behold, we are forcing our sons and our daughters to be slaves, and some of our daughters are forced into subjugation, and we have no power in our hands to help, and our fields and vineyards belong to others." Then I was very angry when I had heard their outcry and these words. I consulted within my own heart and contended with the nobles and the officials, and said to them, "You are exacting usury, each from his brother." Therefore I held a great assembly against them. I said to them, "We, according to our ability, have bought back our Jewish brothers who were sold to the nations. And now would you also sell your brothers that they may be sold to us?" Then they were silent and could not find a word to say. And I said, "The thing which you are doing is not good. Should you not walk in the fear of our God because of the reproach of the nations, our enemies?" And likewise I, my brothers and my young men are lending them money and grain. Please let us forsake this usury. Please give back to them this very day their fields, their vineyards, their olive groves, and their houses, also the 100th part of the money and of the grain, the new wine and the oil that you are exacting from them." Then they said, "We will give it back and will require nothing from them. We will do exactly as you are saying." So I called the priests and made them swear that they would do according to this word. I also shook out the front of my garment and said, "Thus may God shake out every man from his house and from his possessions who does not establish this word. Even thus may he be shaken out and emptied." And all the assembly said, "Amen," and they praised Yahweh. Then the people did according to this word. Moreover, from the day that I was put in command to be their governor in the land of Judah, from the 20th year to the 32nd year of King Artaxerxes, for 12 years, neither I nor my relatives have eaten the governor's food allowance. But the former governors who were before me laid heavy burdens on the people, and took from them bread and wine, besides 40 shekels of silver. Even their young men exerted their power over the people. But I did not do so because of the fear of God. I also took hold of the work on this wall. We did not buy any land, and all my young men were gathered there for the work. Moreover, there were at my table 150 Jews and officials, besides those who came to us from the nations that were around us. Now that which was prepared for each day was 1 ox and 6 choice sheep. Also birds were prepared for me. And once in 10 days, all sorts of wine were furnished in abundance. Yet for all this, I did not require the governor's food allowance, because the slavery was heavy on this people. Remember me, O my God, for good, according to all that I have done for this people. Nehemiah chapter 6. Now it happened when it was heard by Sanballat, Tobiah, Geshem the Arab, and the rest of our enemies that I had rebuilt the wall, and that no breach remained in it, although at that time I had not made the doors to stand in the gates, that Sanballat and Geshem sent a message to me, saying, "Come, let us meet together at Chephirim in the plain of Ono." But they were planning to do me harm. So I sent messengers to them, saying, "I am doing a great work, and I cannot come down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and come down to you?" And they sent messages to me 4 times in this manner, and I responded to them in the same manner. Then Sanballat sent his young man to me in the same manner, a 5th time with an open letter in his hand. In it was written. Then I sent a message to him, saying, for all of them were trying to frighten us, thinking, "Their hands will become limp in doing the work, and it will not be done." But now, O God, strengthen my hands. Now I entered the house of Shemaiah the son of Delaiah, son of Mehetabel, who was confined at home, and he said, "Let us meet together in the house of God within the temple, and let us close the doors of the temple, for they are coming to kill you, and they are coming to kill you at night." But I said, "Should a man like me flee? And could one such as I go into the temple just to live? I will not go in." Then I recognized that surely God had not sent him, but he spoke his prophecy against me, because Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him. He was hired for this reason, that I might become afraid and act accordingly in sin, so that they could give me a bad name in order that they could reproach me. Remember, O my God, Tobiah and Sanballat according to these works of theirs, and also Noadiah the prophetess and the rest of the prophets who were trying to make me afraid. So the wall was finished on the 25th of the month Elul, in 52 days. Now it happened that when all our enemies heard of it, and all the nations surrounding us saw it, their confidence fell, and they knew that it was from our God that this work had been accomplished. Also in those days, many letters went from the nobles of Judah to Tobiah, and Tobiah's letters came to them. For many in Judah were sworn by oath to him, because he was the son-in-law of Shechaniah, the son of Era. And his son Jehohanan had taken the daughter of Meshullam, the son of Berechiah, as a wife. Moreover, they were speaking about his good deeds in my presence, and bringing my words to him. Then Tobiah sent letters to make me afraid. Nehemiah chapter 7. Now it happened when the wall was rebuilt, and I had made the doors to stand, and the gatekeepers and the singers and the Levites were appointed, that I commanded Hanani my brother, and Hananiah the commander of the fortress, to be over Jerusalem, for he was a faithful man and feared God more than many. Then I said to them, "The gates of Jerusalem must not be opened until the sun is hot, and until they are there standing guard, they must shut and bolt the doors. Also have guards from the inhabitants of Jerusalem stand, each at his post, and each in front of his own house." Now the city was large and spacious, but the people in it were few, and the houses were not rebuilt. Then my God put it into my heart, and I gathered the nobles, the officials, and the people to be recorded by genealogies. Then I found the book of the genealogy of those who came up first, and in it I found written, "These are the people of the province who came up out of the captivity of the exiles, whom Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon had taken away into exile, and who returned to Jerusalem and Judah, each to his city, who came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Azariah, Ramiah, Nehemani, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispereth, Bigvai, Nehem, Bana. The number of men of the people of Israel. The sons of Parosh, 2172. The sons of Shephatiah, 372. The sons of Era, 652. The sons of Pahath Moab of the sons of Jeshua and Joab, 2818. The sons of Elam, 1254. The sons of Zaddo, 845. The sons of Zakkai, 760. The sons of Binnui, 648. The sons of Bebai, 628. The sons of Azgad, 2322. The sons of Adnikam, 667. The sons of Bigvai, 2067. The sons of Adin, 655. The sons of Ader of Hezekiah, 98. The sons of Hashem, 328. The sons of Bezai, 324. The sons of Harith, 112. The sons of Jibon, 95. The men of Bethlehem and Netopha, 188. The men of Anathos, 128. The men of Beth Asmaveth, 42. The men of Kiriath Jearim, Chephra, and Beeroth, 743. The men of Ramah and Jebah, 621. The men of Michmas, 122. The men of Bethel and Ai, 123. The men of the other Nebo, 52. The sons of the other Elam, 1254. The sons of Harim, 320. The men of Jericho, 345. The sons of Lod, Hadid, and Ono, 721. The sons of Senah, 3930. The priests, the sons of Jediah of the house of Jeshua, 973. The sons of Immer, 1052. The sons of Pashur, 1247. The sons of Harim, 1017. The Levites, the sons of Jeshua of Kadmiel of the sons of Hodva, 74. The singers, the sons of Asaph, 148. The gatekeepers. The sons of Shallum, the sons of Ader, the sons of Talman, the sons of Akub, the sons of Hatita, the sons of Shobai, 138. The temple servants. The sons of Ziha, the sons of Hasapha, the sons of Tabioth, the sons of Kiros, the sons of Jah, the sons of Padon, the sons of Libana, the sons of Hagaba, the sons of Shalmai, the sons of Hanan, the sons of Giddel, the sons of Gahar, the sons of Reiah, the sons of Rezin, the sons of Nekoda, the sons of Gazam, the sons of Uzzah, the sons of Pesa, the sons of Besai, the sons of Munim, the sons of Nephishesem, the sons of Bakbuk, the sons of Hakapha, the sons of Harhur, the sons of Baslith, the sons of Mehida, the sons of Harsha, the sons of Barkos, the sons of Sisra, the sons of Tema, the sons of Neziah, the sons of Hadapha, the sons of Solomon's servants, the sons of Sadai, the sons of Sophereth, the sons of Perida, the sons of Jala, the sons of Darkin, the sons of Giddel, the sons of Shephatiah, the sons of Hadol, the sons of Patrath Hazabaim, the sons of Ammon. All the temple servants and the sons of Solomon's servants were 392. Now these were those who came up from Tel Melah, Tel Harsha, Cherub, Adon, and Immer. But they were not able to declare their fathers' houses or their fathers' seed, whether they were of Israel. The sons of Deliah, the sons of Tobiah, the sons of Nekoda, 642. Of the priests, the sons of Hobiah, the sons of Hakaz, the sons of Barzillai, who took a wife of the daughters of Barzillai, the Gileadite, and he was called by their name. These searched in their genealogical records, but it could not be found. Therefore they were considered unclean and excluded from the priesthood. And the governor said to them that they should not eat from the most holy things until a priest stood with Urim and Thummim. The whole assembly together was 42,360. Besides their male and their female slaves, of whom there were 7,337, and they had 245 male and female singers. Their horses were 736, their mules 245, their camels 435, their donkeys 6720. Some from among the heads of fathers' households gave to the work. The governor gave to the treasury 1,000 gold drachmas, 50 bowls, 530 priests' tunics. Some of the heads of fathers' households gave into the treasury of the work 20,000 gold drachmas and 2,200 silver minas. That which the rest of the people gave was 20,000 gold drachmas, and 2,000 silver minas, and 67 priests' tunics. So the priests, the Levites, the gatekeepers, the singers, some of the people, the temple servants, and all Israel lived in their cities. Then the 7th month came, and the sons of Israel were in their cities. Nehemiah chapter 8. And all the people gathered as one man at the square which was in front of the water gate. And they said to Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which Yahweh had commanded to Israel. Then Ezra the priest brought the law before the assembly of men, women, and all who could understand when listening, on the 1st day of the 7th month. And he read from it before the square which was in front of the water gate from early morning until midday, in the presence of men and women, those who could understand. And all the ears of the people were attentive to the book of the law. Ezra the scribe stood on a wooden podium which they had made for the purpose. And beside him stood Mattathiah, Shema, Ananiah, Uriah, Hilkiah, and Maaseiah on his right hand, and Pedaiah, Mishael, Malchijah, Hashem, Hashbaddanah, Zechariah, and Meshullam on his left hand. And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people, for he was above all the people. And when he opened it, all the people stood up. Then Ezra blessed Yahweh the great God. And all the people answered, Amen, Amen, while lifting up their hands. Then they bowed low and worshipped Yahweh with their faces to the ground. Also Jeshua, Bani, Sherebiah, Jamin, Akub, Shabbatai, Hodiah, Maaseiah, Kelida, Azariah, Jozabad, Hanan, Peliah, the Levites, were providing understanding of the law to the people, while the people stood in their place. They read from the book, from the law of God, explaining and giving insight, and they provided understanding of the reading. Then Nehemiah, who was the governor, and Ezra the priest and scribe, and the Levites, who provided the people with understanding, said to all the people, This day is holy to Yahweh your God. Do not mourn or weep. For all the people were weeping when they heard the words of the law. Then he said to them, Go, eat of the fat, drink of the sweet, and send portions to him who has nothing prepared. For this day is holy to our Lord. Do not be grieved, for the joy of Yahweh is your strength. So the Levites quieted all the people, saying, Be still, for the day is holy. Do not be grieved. Then all the people went away to eat, to drink, to send portions, and to celebrate with great gladness, because they understood the words which had been made known to them. Then on the 2nd day the heads of fathers' households of all the people, the priests and the Levites, were gathered to Ezra the scribe, that they might gain insight into the words of the law. They found written in the law how Yahweh had commanded by the hand of Moses that the sons of Israel should live in booths during the feast of the 7th month, and that they should make the report heard and make a proclamation of it pass throughout all their cities and in Jerusalem, saying, Go out to the hills and bring olive branches and wild olive branches, myrtle branches, palm branches, and branches of other leafy trees, to make booths as it is written. So the people went out and brought them and made booths for themselves, each on his roof, and in their courts, and in the courts of the house of God, and in the square at the water gate, and in the square at the gate of Ephraim. The entire assembly of those who had returned from the captivity made booths and lived in the booths. The sons of Israel had indeed not done so from the days of Joshua, the son of Nun, to that day. And there was exceedingly great gladness. And he read from the book of the law of God daily, from the 1st day to the last day. And they celebrated the feast 7 days, and on the 8th day there was a solemn assembly according to the legal judgment. Nehemiah chapter 9. Now on the 24th day of this month, the sons of Israel gathered with fasting, in sackcloth and with dirt upon them. The seed of Israel separated themselves from all foreigners, and stood and confessed their sins and the iniquities of their fathers. And they rose up in their place, and read from the book of the law of Yahweh their God for a fourth of the day. And for another fourth, they were confessing and worshiping Yahweh their God. Then Jeshua rose up on the Levites' platform, along with Bani, Kadmiel, Shebaniah, Bunni, Sherebiah, Bani, and Chenani, and they cried out with a loud voice to Yahweh their God. And the Levites, Jeshua, Kadmiel, Bani, Hashabneiah, Sherebiah, Hodiah, Shebaniah, and Pethahiah said, Rise up, bless Yahweh your God from everlasting to everlasting. O may your glorious name be blessed, and exalted above all blessing and praise. You alone are Yahweh. You have made the heaven of heavens with all their host, the earth and all that is on it, the seas and all that is in them. You give life to all of them, and the heavenly host bows down to you. You are Yahweh God. who chose Abram and brought him out from Ur of the Chaldees and gave him the name Abraham. You found his heart faithful before you and cut a covenant with him to give him the land of the Canaanite, of the Hittite and the Amorite, of the Perizzite, the Jebusite and the Girgashite, to give it to his seed. And you have established your promise, for you are righteous. You saw the affliction of our fathers in Egypt and heard their cry by the Red Sea. Then you performed signs and wonders against Pharaoh, against all his servants and all the people of his land, for you knew that they acted presumptuously toward them, and made a name for yourself as it is this day. You split the sea before them, so they passed through the midst of the sea on dry land, and their pursuers you cast into the depths, like a stone into mighty waters. And with a pillar of cloud you led them by day, and with a pillar of fire by night, to light for them the way in which they were to go. Then you came down on Mount Sinai, and spoke with them from heaven. You gave them upright judgments and true laws, good statutes and commandments. So you made known to them your holy Sabbath, and commanded to them commandments, statutes, and law, by the hand of your servant Moses. You gave bread from heaven for them for their hunger. You brought forth water from a rock for them for their thirst. And you said to them to enter in order to possess the land which you swore to give them. But they, our fathers, acted presumptuously. They became stiff-necked and would not listen to your commandments. They refused to listen, and did not remember your wondrous deeds which you did among them. So they became stiff-necked and gave themselves a chief to return to their slavery in Egypt. But you are a God of lavish forgiveness, gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in loving kindness. And you did not forsake them, even when they made for themselves a molten calf, and said, "This is your God, who brought you up from Egypt," and committed great blasphemies. But you, in your abundant compassion, did not forsake them in the wilderness. The pillar of cloud did not depart from them by day, to lead them on their way, nor the pillar of fire by night, to light for them the way in which they were to go. You gave your good spirit to give them insight. Your manna you did not withhold from their mouths, and you gave them water for their thirst. Indeed, 40 years you sustained them in the wilderness, and they did not lack. Their clothes did not wear out, nor did their feet swell. You also gave them kingdoms and peoples, and apportioned them to them as a boundary. They took possession of the land of Sihon, the king of Heshbon, and the land of Og, the king of Bashan. You made their sons numerous as the stars of heaven, and you brought them into the land, which you had said for their fathers to enter and possess. So their sons entered and possessed the land. And you subdued before them the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites. And you gave them into their hand, with their kings and the peoples of the land, to do with them according to their desire. They captured fortified cities and a rich land. They took possession of houses full of every good thing, hewn cisterns, vineyards, olive groves, trees for food in abundance. So they ate, were filled, and grew fat, and reveled in your great goodness. But they became disobedient and rebelled against you, and cast your law behind their backs, and killed your prophets who had testified to them, so that they might return to you. And they committed great blasphemies. Therefore you gave them into the hand of the ones who distressed them, and they afflicted them with distress. But at the time of their distress they cried to you, and you listened from heaven, and according to your abundant compassion, you gave them saviors, and they saved them from the hand of the ones that distressed them. But as soon as they had rest, they returned to do evil before you. Therefore you forsook them in the hand of their enemies, so they had dominion over them. Then they returned and cried to you, and you listened from heaven, and many times you delivered them according to your compassion, and testified to them in order to turn them back to your law. Yet they acted presumptuously, and did not listen to your commandments, but sinned against your judgments, by which if a man does them, he shall live. And they gave a stubborn shoulder and stiffened their neck, and would not listen. However, you bore with them for many years, and testified to them by your spirit, by the hand of your prophets. Yet they would not give ear. So you gave them into the hand of the peoples of the lands. Nevertheless, in your abundant compassion, you did not make a complete destruction of them, or forsake them. For you are a gracious and compassionate God. So now, our God, the great, the mighty, and the awesome God, who keeps covenant and loving kindness, do not let all the hardships seem insignificant before you, which has found us, our kings, our princes, our priests, our prophets, our fathers, and all your people, from the days of the kings of Assyria to this day. However, you are righteous in all that has come upon us, for you have dealt in truth, but we have acted wickedly. Now our kings, our princes, our priests, and our fathers did not do your law, or pay attention to your commandments and your testimonies with which you testified against them. But they, in their own kingdom, with your abundant goodness, which you gave them, with the broad and rich land which you set before them, did not serve you or turn from their evil deeds. Behold, we are slaves today. And as to the land which you gave to our fathers to eat of its fruit and its goodness, behold, we are slaves in it. Its abundant produce is for the kings, whom you have put over us because of our sins. They also rule over our bodies, and over our cattle according to their desire. So we are in great distress. Now because of all this, we are cutting an agreement in writing, and on the sealed document are the names of our princes, our Levites, and our priests. Nehemiah chapter 10. Now on the sealed document were the following names: Nehemiah the governor, the son of Hakaliah and Zedekiah; Sariah, Azariah, Jeremiah; Pashur, Amariah, Maltijah; Haddas, Shabaniah, Malit; Harim, Meremoth, Obadiah; Daniel, Jonathan, Baruch; Meshullam, Abijah, Mijamin; Maziah, Bilgah, Shemaiah. These were the priests, and the Levites, Jeshua the son of Azaniah; Binnui of the sons of Henadad; Kadmiel; also their brothers Shebaniah, Hodiah, Kelida, Peliah, Hanan; Micah, Rehab's Hashabiah; Zachar, Sherebiah, Shebaniah; Hodiah, Bani, Beninu. The heads of the people: Perush, Pahasmoab, Elam, Zadu, Bani; Bunni, Asged, Bebai; Adonijah, Bigvai, Adin; Ader, Hezekiah, Azar; Hodiah, Hashem, Bezai; Harith, Anathos, Nebai; Magbiash, Meshullam, Hezir; Meshezabel, Zadok, Jadua; Pelisha, Hanan, Aniah; Hoshea, Hananiah, Hashub; Halohesh, Pilhashobik; Rehum, Hashabnam, Masya; Ahias, Phanan, Onan; Malach, Harim, Bana. Now the rest of the people, the priests, the Levites, the gatekeepers, the singers, the temple servants, and all those who had separated themselves from the peoples of the lands to the law of God, their wives, their sons and their daughters, all those who had knowledge and understanding, are joining with their relatives, their nobles, and are entering into a curse and an oath to walk in God's law, which was given by the hand of Moses, God's servant, and to keep and to do all the commandments of Yahweh our Lord, and his judgments and his statutes, and that we will not give our daughters to the peoples of the land, or take their daughters for our sons. As for the peoples of the land who bring wares or any grain on the Sabbath day to sell, we will not receive from them on the Sabbath or a holy day, and we will forgo the crops the 7th year and the exaction of every debt. We also set ourselves under the commandments to give yearly 1/3 of a shekel for the service of the house of our God, for the showbread, for the continual grain offering, for the continual burnt offering, the Sabbaths, the new moon, for the appointed times, for the holy things, and for the sin offerings to make atonement for Israel, and all the work of the house of our God. Likewise, we cast lots for the supply of wood among the priests, the Levites, and the people, in order to bring it to the house of our God, according to our fathers' households at fixed times annually, to burn on the altar of Yahweh our God, as it is written in the law, and to bring the first fruits of our ground, and the first fruits of all the fruit of every tree to the house of Yahweh annually, and to bring to the house of our God the firstborn of our sons and of our cattle, and the firstborn of our herds and our flocks, as it is written in the law, for the priests who are ministering in the house of our God. We will also bring the first of our dough, our contributions, the fruit of every tree, the new wine and the oil to the priests at the chambers of the house of our God, and the tithe of our ground to the Levites. For the Levites are they who receive the tithes in all the towns where we serve. And the priest, the son of Aaron, shall be with the Levites when the Levites receive tithes. And the Levites shall bring up the 10th of the tithes to the house of our God, to the chambers of the storehouse. For the sons of Israel and the sons of Levi shall bring the contribution of the grain, the new wine and the oil to the chambers. The utensils of the sanctuary are there, as well as the priests who are ministering, and the gatekeepers and the singers. Thus we will not forsake the house of our God. Nehemiah chapter 11. And the officials of the people lived in Jerusalem, but the rest of the people cast lots to bring 1 out of 10 to live in Jerusalem, the holy city, while 9/10 remained in the other cities. And the people blessed all the men who freely offered to live in Jerusalem. Now these are the heads of the provinces who lived in Jerusalem, but in the cities of Judah each lived in his own possession in their cities. the Israelites, the priests, the Levites, the temple servants, and the sons of Solomon's servants. And some of the sons of Judah and some of the sons of Benjamin lived in Jerusalem. From the sons of Judah, Adiah the son of Uzziah, the son of Zechariah, the son of Amariah, the son of Shephatiah, the son of Mahalalel, from the sons of Perez. And Mosca the son of Baruch, the son of Col-Hose, the son of Haziah, the son of Adiah, the son of Joiarib, the son of Zechariah, the son of the Shilonite. All the sons of Perez who lived in Jerusalem were 468 valiant men. Now these are the sons of Benjamin: Sallu the son of Meshullam, the son of Jod, the son of Pedaiah, the son of Kaliah, the son of Mosca, the son of Ithiel, the son of Jeshiah, and after him Gabbai and Saleh, 928. Joel the son of Zichri was their overseer, and Judah the son of Hasenuah was second in command of the city. From the priests, Jediah the son of Joiarib, Jachin, Sariah the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Marioth, the son of Ahitub, the leader of the house of God, and their relatives who did the work of the house, 822. And Adiah the son of Jeroham, the son of Pelaliah, the son of Amzi, the son of Zechariah, the son of Pashur, the son of Malchijah, and his relatives, heads of fathers' households, 242. And Amishsai the son of Azirel, the son of Azai, the son of Meshillemoth, the son of Immer, and their relatives, mighty men of valor, 128. And their overseer was Zabdiel, the son of Haggedolim. Now from the Levites: Shemaiah the son of Hashub, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Bunni, and Shabbatai and Jozabad from the chiefs of the Levites, who were over the outside work of the house of God, and Mattaniah the son of Micah, the son of Zabdi, the son of Asaph, who was the chief in beginning the thanksgiving in prayer, and Bakbukiah the second among his relatives, and Abda the son of Shammua, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun. All the Levites in the holy city were 284. Now the gatekeepers, Akub, Talman, and their relatives who kept watch at the gates were 172. The rest of Israel, of the priests and of the Levites, were in all the cities of Judah, each on his own inheritance. But the temple servants were living in Ophel, and Ziha and Jishba were over the temple servants. Now the overseer of the Levites in Jerusalem was Uzzi the son of Bani, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micah, from the sons of Asaph, who were the singers over the work of the house of God. For there was a commandment from the king concerning them, and a firm regulation for the song leaders day by day. Pethahiah the son of Meshezabel, of the sons of Zerah the son of Judah, was the king's representative in all matters concerning the people. Now, as for the villages with their fields, some of the sons of Judah lived in Kiriath-arba and its towns, in Dibon and its towns, and in Jekabzeel and its villages, and in Jeshua, in Molader and Beth-Pelet, and in Hazar-shual, in Beersheba and its towns, and in Ziklag, in Mechana and in its towns, and in En-rimmon, in Zorah and in Jarmus, Zano, Adullam, and their villages, Lachish and its fields, Azekah and its towns. So they encamped from Beersheba as far as the valley of Hinnom. The sons of Benjamin also lived from Jeba onward, at Michmash and Ajah, at Bethel and its towns, at Anassos, Nob and Eniah, Hazer, Ramah, Gittim, Hadid, Zeboim, Nebalat, Lod and Ono, the valley of craftsmen. From the Levites, some divisions in Judah belonged to Benjamin. Nehemiah chapter 12. Now these are the priests and the Levites who came up with Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Malach, Haddish, Shechaniah, Rehum, Merimoth, Iddo, Genesoi, Abijah, Mijamin, Madiah, Bilgah, Shemaiah and Joiarib, Jediah, Sallu, Amok, Hilkiah, and Jediah. These were the heads of the priests and their relatives in the days of Jeshua. The Levites were Jeshua, Binui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mattaniah, who was over of the songs of thanksgiving, he and his brothers. Also Bakbukiah and Unni, their brothers, stood opposite them in keeping their responsibilities. Jeshua became the father of Joachim, and Joachim became the father of Eliashib, and Eliashib became the father of Joiada, and Joiada became the father of Jonathan, and Jonathan became the father of Jaddua. Now in the days of Joachim, the priests, the heads of fathers' households were of Sariah, Moriah, of Jeremiah, Hananiah, of Ezra, Meshullam, of Amariah, Jehohanan, of Malachi, Jonathan, of Shebaniah, Joseph, of Harim, Idnat, of Marioth, Helkai, of Iddo, Zechariah, of Jonathan, Meshullam, of Abijah, Zikri, of Miniamin, of Modiah, Piltai, of Bilgah, Shamuel, of Shemaiah, Jehanathon, of Joiarib, Matnai, of Jediah, Uzi, of Saleh, Calais, of Amok, Eber, of Hilkiah, Hashabiah, of Jediah, Nethanel. As for the Levites in the days of Eliashib, Joiada, and Johanan and Jaddua, the heads of fathers' households were written down. The priests were also in the reign of Darius the Persian. The sons of Levi, the heads of fathers' households, were written down in the book of the Chronicles up to the days of Johanan the son of Eliashib. The heads of the Levites were Hashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua the son of Kadmiel, with their brothers opposite them, to praise and give thanks by the commandment of David the man of God, watch by watch. Mattaniah, Bakbukiah, Obadiah, Meshullam, Talman, and Akub were gatekeepers keeping watch at the storerooms of the gates. These served in the days of Joachim the son of Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and in the days of Nehemiah the governor, and of Ezra the priest and scribe. Now at the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem, they sought out the Levites from all their places, to bring them to Jerusalem, so that they might celebrate the dedication with gladness, with hymns of thanksgiving, and with songs to the accompaniment of cymbals, harps, and lyres. So the sons of the singers were gathered from the district around Jerusalem, and from the villages of the Netophathites, from Beth Gilgal, and from their fields in Jebah and Asmaveth. For the singers had built themselves villages around Jerusalem. The priests and the Levites cleansed themselves. They also cleansed the people, the gates, and the wall. Then I had the leaders of Judah come up on top of the wall, and I had 2 great choirs of thanksgiving stand, the first proceeding to the right on top of the wall toward the dung gate. Hushiah and half of the leaders of Judah followed them, with Azariah, Ezra, Meshullam, Judah, Benjamin, Shemaiah, Jeremiah, and some of the sons of the priests with trumpets, and Zechariah the son of Jonathan, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micaiah, the son of Zachar, the son of Asaph, and his relatives, Shemaiah, Azarel, Milalai, Gilalai, Mai, Nethanel, Judah, and Hanani, with the musical instruments of David the man of God. And Ezra the scribe went before them. At the spring gate, they went directly up the steps of the city of David, by the stairway of the wall above the house of David, to the water gate on the east. The second choir proceeded to the left, while I followed them with half of the people on the wall, above the tower of furnaces, to the broad wall, and above the gate of Ephraim, by the old gate, by the fish gate, the tower of Hananel, and the tower of the 100, as far as the sheep gate. And they stood at the gate of the guard. Then the 2 choirs took their stand in the house of God. So did I in half of the officials with me, and the priests, Eliakim, Maaseiah, Miniamin, Micaiah, Elionai, Zechariah, and Hananiah, with the trumpets. And Maaseiah, Shemaiah, Eleazar, Uzi, Jehohanan, Malchijah, Elam, and Ezer. And the singers made their voices heard with Jezrahiah their overseer. And on that day they offered great sacrifices, and were glad because God had given them great gladness. Even the women and children were glad, so that the gladness of Jerusalem was heard from afar. On that day men were also appointed over the chambers for the stores, the contributions, the first fruits, and the tithes, to gather into them from the fields of the cities the portions required by the law for the priests and Levites. For Judah was glad over the priests and Levites who stood to minister. And they kept their responsibility given by their God and the responsibility of cleansing, together with the singers and the gatekeepers, according to the commandment of David and his son Solomon. For in the days of David and Asaph, in ancient times, there were chiefs of the singers, songs of praise and hymns of thanksgiving to God. So all Israel in the days of Zerubbabel and Nehemiah were giving the portions due the singers and the gatekeepers as each day required, and set apart the holy portion for the Levites, and the Levites set apart the holy portion for the sons of Aaron. Nehemiah chapter 13. On that day they read from the book of Moses in the hearing of the people, and there was found written in it that no Ammonite or Moabite should ever enter the assembly of God, because they did not meet the sons of Israel with bread and water, but hired Balaam against them to curse them. However, our God turned the curse into a blessing. So when they heard the law, they separated all foreigners from Israel. Now prior to this, Eliashib the priest, who was put in charge over the chambers of the house of our God, being related to Tobiah, had prepared a large room for him, where formerly they put the grain offerings, the frankincense, the utensils, and the tithes of grain, also new wine and oil commanded for the Levites, the singers, and the gatekeepers, as well as the contributions for the priests. But during all this time I was not in Jerusalem, For in the 32nd year of Artaxerxes king of Babylon, I had gone to the king. After some time, however, I asked leave from the king, and I came to Jerusalem and discerned the evil that Eliashib had done for Tobiah, by preparing a chamber for him in the courts of the house of God. It was very evil to me, so I threw all of Tobiah's household goods out of the chamber. Then I said the word, and they cleansed the chambers. And I returned there the utensils of the house of God with the grain offerings and the frankincense. I also came to know that the portions of the Levites had not been given them, so the Levites and the singers who did the work had fled, each to his own field. So I contended against the officials and said, "Why is the house of God forsaken?" Then I gathered them together and had them stand in their posts. All Judah then brought the tithe of the grain, new wine, and oil into the storehouses. In charge of the storehouses, I appointed Shelemiah the priest, Zadok the scribe, and Pedaiah of the Levites. And in addition to them was Hanan the son of Zachar, the son of Mattaniah. For they were counted as faithful, and it was their task to apportion everything to their relatives. Remember me for this, O my God, and do not blot out my loving kindnesses, which I have shown for the house of my God and its responsibilities. In those days I saw in Judah some who were treading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sacks of grain and loading them on donkeys, as well as wine, grapes, figs, and all kinds of loads. And they brought them into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. So I testified against them on the day they sold food. Also men of Tyre were living there who brought in fish and all kinds of merchandise, and sold them to the sons of Judah on the Sabbath, even in Jerusalem. Then I contended with the nobles of Judah and said to them, "What is this evil thing you are doing, even profaning the Sabbath day? Did not your fathers do the same? So our God brought on us and on this city all this calamity. Yet you are adding to his anger on Israel by profaning the Sabbath." Now it happened that just as it grew dark at the gates of Jerusalem before the Sabbath, I said the word, and the doors were shut. Then I said that they should not open them until after the Sabbath. Then I had some of my young men stand at the gates, so that no load would enter on the Sabbath day. Once or twice, the traders and merchants of every kind of merchandise spent the night outside Jerusalem. Then I warned them and said to them, "Why do you spend the night in front of the wall? If you do so again, I will send forth my hand against you." From that time on they did not come on the Sabbath. And I said to the Levites that they should cleanse themselves and come as gatekeepers to keep the Sabbath day holy. For this also remember me, O my God, and have compassion on me according to the greatness of your loving kindness. In those days I also saw that the Jews had married women from Ashdod, Ammon, and Moab. As for their children, half spoke in the language of Ashdod, and none of them was able to speak the language of Judah, but only the tongue of his own people. So I contended with them and cursed them and struck some of them and pulled out their hair and made them swear by God, "You shall not give your daughters to their sons, nor take up their daughters for your sons or for yourselves." Did not Solomon king of Israel sin regarding these things? Yet among the many nations there was no king like him, and he was loved by his God, and God gave him to be king over all Israel. Nevertheless, the foreign women caused even him to sin. Do we then hear about you that you have done all this great evil by acting unfaithfully against our God by marrying foreign women? And even one of the sons of Joiada, the son of Eliashib the high priest, was a son-in-law of Sanballat the Horonite. So I made him flee away from me. Remember them, O my God, because they have defiled the priesthood and the covenant of the priesthood and the Levites. Thus I cleansed them from everything foreign and ensured that the responsibilities stood for the priests and the Levites, each in his work. And I arranged for the supply of wood at fixed times and for the first fruits. Remember me, O my God, for good,